The global environment today has made it more difficult for companies to cope with multiple challenges that they face. Consequently, there is an ever increasing focus on effective recruitment. Hiring the right candidate has become more important as a company's ability to find, attract, and ultimately recruit skilled talent. Here are some types of interviews. Those are generally followed as a norm. We'll try and understand them in detail in this module. Telephone interviews are merely screening interviews meant to eliminate poorly qualified candidates. The job seeker's mission in this interview is to be invited for a personal face-to-face interview. Here are some things to remember in a screening or a telephone interview. Minimize your distractions. Focus on the conversation. Listen to the questions carefully before you answer them. Convey energy with inflection in your voice. Have a copy of your resume nearby as a reference. Avoid using phone with call waiting. You do not want to be interrupted during an interview. The percentage of employers using video interviews to recruit candidates at all levels has dramatically increased over the past 10 years. This being the case, it's vital that we treat Skype interviews in the same way as we would other face-to-face meetings. Here are the main things you need to consider for your Skype interview. Make sure you test your chosen device beforehand. First impressions count, and a Skype interview is no exception. Dressing for the occasion will put you in the right frame of mind. Maintain good posture, smile, make eye contact. Do your research, practice your answers, and display confidence on screen. Choose a suitable setting and avoid distracting backgrounds. Most interviews are face-to-face. The most traditional is a one-on-one conversation. Interviewers would normally go through your CV and ask questions. Here's what you should do. Focus on the person who's asking the questions. Maintain eye contact. Listen and respond. Your goal is to establish rapport with the interviewer. Show them how you'll bring a lot of value to the organization. In some panel interviews, you can be asked to demonstrate your problem-solving skills. The panel will outline a situation and ask you to formulate a plan that deals with the problem. The interviewers are looking for how the job seeker applies their knowledge and skills to a real-life situation. Follow these instructions during this type of interview. A peer interview is basically where you have one of the employees sit down and talk with a job candidate in order to assess whether the candidate would be a good match for the company. Having your first interview lunch can be intimidating. Remember, you are there to interview, not to eat. Eating is just a secondary task. When you're invited to a lunch interview, stay positive. They would not be buying you a meal if they weren't interested. At this point, they're seeing if you're a good fit. The same rule applies at a meal as those in an office. The setting may be more casual, but remember, it is a business meal and that you're being watched carefully. Use the interview to develop common ground with your interviewer. Treat your order taker with respect and order efficiently. Do not drink alcohol at any point during the interview process. Interviewing is stressful enough without the added stress of the process not going correctly. How to remain calm? First, do not panic. Everything is all right. You know you have prepared for it. Be energetic. Refrain yourself from getting aggressive. The interview panel wants to check your capability to handle the criticism and how well you can fight against odds. Keep on smiling all through the interview. Do some breathing exercises. Congratulations! You've passed the first interview and you've received a call for the second round. What else should we prepare for? You did as much as you could for the first interview. Now is the time to look back and review. You may be asked the same questions you were asked before. So review them and brush up your answers. Review your research about the company. Take a look at About Us section on their website. Get to know their client base. Search the latest news on the company and find out what the company is talking about. No matter which type of interview you face, remember to remain calm and give it your best. All the best.